This is a man called Chris Dorsey, one of the people. I'm going to say that every time. But standing out in front of City Hall, we just sat through a mind-numbing meeting. Again, tax dollars are not spent well, going to gigantic corporations for unnecessary services like building a brewery in the city. We've already got a bunch of breweries here. We don't need any more breweries. The water's unsafe in the city, so I don't know why anybody would want to use the water in the city of Richmond to make beer that's going to be spread around the region. There was a bunch of misinformation. A lot of people were talking about Veterans Day, and Chris LeVay Hilbert started saying something about the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. But the thing is, what was demonstrated in the consent agenda with that $65 million bond that was taken out on the people is that the same institutions that fund the wars, that these veterans who do not keep us free, they're the occupying force of the Bank for International Settlements and the Federal Reserve Bank. But that all these countries, the Soviet Union, so-called communist China, they're all controlled by the same banking institutions that are bonding us out. There's a $65 million bond that was passed through the consent agenda today, allegedly authorized, but I oppose bonds of any kind, because bonds are something that leads to bondage, and that's really all that goes on with the people and the business of the people carried out by this government. They're put in bondage and bonded out through debt slavery, through money created out of nothing from the Federal Reserve Bank, and all that money goes to tax giveaways to multi-billion-dollar corporations like Altria, the NFL, the Washington Redskins, Bon Secours Hospital System, and slightly above average brewery in San Diego. We got better beer around here than Stone Brewery anyways. And again, don't use the water. Don't use the water in this town, it's poison. So anyways, don't pay your taxes. Prepare for the abolishment of the government. We just had University of Richmond students, coming by. They have absolutely no idea that this whole thing is fixed. I hope that their professors tell them that everything in regard to this country is based on a small group of people creating the ability to enslave the planet through debt, to create money out of thin air and charge the governments of the world interest, and that they benefit from this. They're part of the 15 to 20% of the wealthiest Americans, so they're likely to go along with the system, and they're also likely to be targeted by the people. So I don't know what goes on with them, but my grandfather went to the University of Richmond, and I'm sure they're fine individuals, but they're not very good. They're not very good Americans, and that's the bottom line. And we don't care. We're going to have a critical mass because it'll only take 2% of us to squash and abolish the government and put down any popular support, which it never had in the first place. And thank you very much. We're going to abolish the government. That's all we're working towards. We need to get in and gain control of the issuance of the money. We need to, go in and audit the Federal Reserve Bank in all of the regional Federal Reserve banks. We need to get the assets and hold on to the assets of this, and we're going to do so through use of militia, and we're going to be contacting and negotiating with government officials, because soon we're going to be requiring that they're either going to start following our direct orders very directly, or we're going to have to escalate and target them lawfully, of course. And lawfully means anything within the law because we create the government. Thank you very much. Prepare or continue to serve abject evil and have that abject evil do nothing for you but make you slave away at an employment in their ploy every day and a job that you hate. So be a real American or be a fucking piece of shit, but either way, we're gonna deal with you. Thank you very much.